are having an argument about which object will float. Sam said that the grape will float, but Kelly said that the watermelon will float. Who's correct and why? I would like you guys to write this answer, not the question, write the answer in your notebook. So do you think the watermelon will float or the grape will float?
Oh, got it.
Write it on a blank page. So do you think the watermelon will float or the grape will float?
Or
So you guys write the watermelon will sink or the grape will sink. Which one?
which one will sink or which one will float?
Well, you could write you think the grape is gonna sink because I want you to know which one will float, right? So write you think the watermelon will sink, the grape will sink, or you think the watermelon will float, or the grape will float. Which one?
I have a question.
Yes.
It's like anything that heavy will float or anything not so heavy will float.
Ooh, good question. Let's think about it. What do you think will float? Kind of like think of that floaties?
They have air. They're pretty heavy.
Right. That is why they don't sink, right?
Yes, but if there was no air in it, they'll sink.
Right.
Not really. But there's no way. Who said that the watermelon will float?
Oh, let's go. So Callie said that the watermelon will float, and Sam said grape will float. So who's correct? Is it Sam or is it Callie?
No, not yet. Wait, which one did Sam say? Watermelon.
No, Sam said that the grape will float.
Oh, no.
Kelly said that the watermelon will float.
Yes.
Did we all have an answer written down?
Yes.
We're predicting. Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Okay, put your pencils down.
You're not gonna see mountains. Never.
It's been 30 minutes.
This is fun.
All right. So we're gonna think, right? We're gonna think about why objects float or they sink. Okay?
Why are you pushing the chair? Never did that in class. Never.
4 minutes.
Oh, there's a octopus now.
Thank you guys for waiting patiently.
You're welcome.
Really? Really, Eric, you had to get in front of the camera.
Of course Eric would, so here Eric can go move his magnet. does it sink? Alright, does it float? Rubber ducks float. They are fun bath toys. Water wings float. This girl is wearing water wings on her arms. They can help her learn to swim. Floaties, right? Canoes float. People use them to travel over lakes, rivers, and oceans. Why do all these objects need to float? Let's think about it. Let's put our thinking caps on. Why do you think these float? And let's write it down beneath our answer to our question. Why do you think these objects will float? Write this down in your notebook. Alright. Does it sink? An object sinks or floats depending on its properties. An anchor sinks so it can keep a boat in one place. Stones sink. We use them to make stepping stones across water. A net sinks. People use them to catch fish. Some nets have floaters to keep them from sinking to the bottom of the ocean. Why do all of these objects need to sink? Write it down in your notebook.
How about the rocks? Could you read that one more time?
Yes. Stones sink. We use them to make stepping stones across water.
Can we go back to the other page? Can we go back to the other page?
So this page says, does it float? Why do all these objects float? For this one, it says, why do all these objects need to sink? So why do they sink? Thumbs up if you have an answer. Raise your hand if you need more time. Okay, Miss Day, we'll give you 2 more minutes. You can keep writing while Miss Bay keeps continuing to read. Why do things sink or float? Objects are made of materials which have density. Density is a measure of how closely together matter is packed. They're packed together. Like, you know how when you get a package, it's packed together?
Yes.
An object with low density floats in water. So if there's not enough density, it floats. This lid floats because plastic is less dense than water. So that means water is more heavier than the plastic. An object with high density sinks in the water. It is made of material that is denser than water. These coins sink because metal is denser, heavier than water. What is a material that is less dense than water? Would a toothpick float or sink in the water? How do you know? Write it down in your notebook. So wood is less dense than water. So would the toothpick float or will it sink? How do you know?
Oh,
I want you guys to kind of think about it. all you guys have to do is write toothpick will float or toothpick will sink. So write that. Toothpick will float or toothpick will sink.
You have to write one, right?
Okay, if you haven't written it down, it's okay. So this thing has to keep going. Okay, rocks are denser than water. Rocks sink. That means rocks are a lot heavier than water. That's why it sinks, right? Objects made of metal usually sink. Metal's heavier than water, so that's what usually sinks. A steel diving cage sinks. So you know, sometimes people want to be very adventurous and they want to swim with the sharks. So they go in this metal cage. So it's heavier than water, that's why it sinks, right? A feather is less dense than water, so it floats. So feather's light as a feather, right? Lily pads float on water. It is less dense than water, so that's why it floats. So it's not heavy. So if it's not heavy, then it's gonna float. If it's heavy, it's gonna sink.
Do frogs use that?
Frogs do use that.
For what? For they hop on?
I think they sit there to just
Relax.
relax and maybe eat flies. Because you know around the swamp there's lots of insects, right? Alright. Just add air. Some objects have air in them. This helps them float. A rubber boat floats. So does a beach ball. A submarine has compartments or sections. When they are filled with water, the submarine is denser than water. It sinks. When the compartments are filled with air, the submarine rises. Now it has less density than water.
Oh.
Less density than water.
Get in shape!
The shape of an
The shape
object
of an
can
object can
help
help
it float or
or
sink.
sink. Maybe this will answer
A
my
flat
question.
piece of
A flat piece of plastic
plastic
floats.
floats.
A round solid ball of plastic
Stick sinks.
sinks.
Rubber flip-flops
Rubber
float.
flip-flops
They are
float.
float.
They are flat. Well, Miss Bay, watermelon and grape are both round.
Is that
So I'm going to think.
basketball?
Oh,